Yes, guys, as you can see, the witches are back. Sanderson sisters, Winnie, Sarah, and Mary, they are back. They are wonderful again. It feels like 1993 again, and it's amazing to see the Sanderson sisters come back. Betty Milder, we got Sarah Jessica Parker returning as the Sanderson sisters, and much more. So, and Catherine Najimy. And we also have Doug Jones return as Billy Butcherson. Now, this movie, I'm going to tell you, I was worried. The entire premises of this movie is it starts out again in the past with the Sanderson sisters when they were younger and how Winifred was already being called a witch. She was pretty much raising her sisters on her own, and then by the time she turned 16, she's being forced to marry someone she does not know. Now, back in that time, anyone that has done their history should know a woman was meant to be married off between the ages of 13 and 16, depending on the year as also where you were, and she was forced to marry someone that the church chose for her, and she said no. She defied the church. They tried to take Sarah and Mary away, and they ran away into the Forbidden Woods, and then that's when they meet someone by the name of Mother Witch, who has purple eyes, who is very powerful, wants to suck the lives out of them, just like we saw in the first film, and that doesn't happen due to they do something to where they show her, hey, we're pretty much going to be future witches, and that's when she gives them book and shows them that they have the power to become witches, more powerful witches, and informs them don't do this spell. And what we see is they start doing spells when they are young, and then later on in the film we meet three new characters. Max is not in here, Allison's not in here, Danny's not in here, Binks is not in here. So let's get that straight. These three new characters are brand new. They're three female teenagers, and they are all so-called friends. We got Cassie, we got Becca, and we have, of course, Izzy. Now, they are all friends. Now, the only one that's not really friends right now is Cassie. She's trying to be in the popular group, and Becca it's on her 16th birthday on Halloween, where she is wanting to do some type of event that they always used to do when they were younger, even now. They go to Gilbert, who is right now using the Sanderson house as a gift shop / sort of like a event, and he gives them what is supposed to be a Black Flame candle replica, which actually turns out to be another Black Flame candle that he used from the original Black Flame candle. And what we find out is Becca as well as Izzy, on the night of her birthday, they accidentally actually revive the witches, and when they do, they're able to trick them, and there's a lot of funny stuff throughout the film. You go to Walgreens, there's a lot of throwbacks to the original film. There's a lot of Easter eggs, like with the whole, when they go to the so-called Satan house with his wife, with people wearing that costume, the whole amok, and then seeing, with the brooms, and then the whole my broom, and book. There was a lot of throwback, even what happened to them in the original film, how they died, what happened. And come to find out, Gilbert is actually a fanboy. He's a big fanboy. He saw them when he was a kid. He didn't have no friends. He got jumped with candy, and he saw them. He even followed them to when Max, Danny, and Allison was able to finish them off in the first film. And then when this happens, he wants to be loyal to them. He thinks they're misunderstood because he is an aspiring warlock. And unfortunately, they use him so they can create this massive spell, so that way they can take over and go after the mayor, who is the descendant of the Reverend that made their lives a living hell back when they were children. And now that they're stronger, they're older, and they want revenge. And they kind of go through the same thing. There's a couple musicals in here that was actually pretty good. Honestly, I think I like the musicals in this, but I also like the musicals in the very first one better, because I think I Put a Spell on You is always going to be just that magical time. And I've not really seen no reviews. I went in this blind. I came in this very open. I wanted to have a fair opinion of this film. I was scared about this because I was afraid they were going to put anything identity politics in here. I was afraid they were going to put something woke in here. They did to a certain degree. There's a scene where Take Me to the Stage that you see in the trailer. It's not a singing stage, which later on it does. It's a contest of the Sanderson sisters, which is a mix between a drag race and whatever, which I found kind of really not necessary. At the same time, seeing a gay couple in here or seeing, other things in here. Again, that's normal, but at the same time, I really don't feel like it was really necessary to put into the film because there was really no meaning. But I was able to get over that. There was really no them trying to bring race into a movie. There was really nothing them trying to bring identity politics into the movie. So I was very happy about that. They kept it clean. I was happy to see the Sanderson sisters come back. I was so excited to see Winnie, Sarah, and Mary return once again. You guys don't realize Hocus Pocus is part of my childhood. I've loved Hocus Pocus for the most time. I mean, hell, I had a crush, and still have a crush on Sarah Jessica Parker just because of Sarah, because of the way she looked, and obviously, I'm a 90s kid, so I love 90s witches. She was one of them, and the way that this movie ended was very surprising. So anyone that's not seen the movie, just go stop right now, because right when they actually win, they actually are able to take the spell. They even use Billy in this movie, so Billy does return, and they kind of have this weird, funny duo between Gilbert and, of course, Billy. And then what happens is right at the very end, Winnie, she gets what she wants. She gets all this power, but unfortunately, there's a warning that Book has to keep trying to tell her. And unfortunately, she makes the ultimate sacrifice, which is giving up what she loves. Now, at first, I was like, okay, is it Book? But no, it was Sarah and Mary. Unfortunately, the spell takes what you love most, and what happens is they evaporate. They pretty much evaporate like they did in the first movie, and then you actually see a weird side of Winifred that when you get to see in the first film, and you got to see more of their backstory. This was more about the Sanderson sisters. This was not really about the new characters, and I was very happy about that because we got to see more of the new characters. I was very happy we got to see Sarah and all them return. I was caring more about the Sanderson sisters. That's why I wanted to see. And now Winifred, she begged Book to be able to be reunited with her sisters, and now that Becca and Cassie and Izzy, they are an official coven. We see where they even Becca was establishing powers throughout the film, and then finally she uses it, and then when she finally does, they realize, hey, we have to share these abilities and be able to beat them. And when they're able to beat them, they actually do a spell to reunite Winifred with her sisters, because she wants to be reunited with them, because you realize how much she loves them, and she pretty much took care of them after their father died. So you really get to see a big difference in this, as well as even Book have feelings. You even see like a couple tears in here with him, as well as also him choosing Becca over the Sanderson sisters at a point that he did not want them to do this because he knew what was going to happen. So it was kind of weird to see that. Again, they put a lot of other things into this film. I was not expecting them to do so. Some of it I was okay with. Others just kind of made me go, that doesn't really make sense, but I can kind of go with it. But overall, I did enjoy this film. I really did. And I'm very surprised to even say that, and I would watch this again. I would, because again, it's focused more on, again, the Sanderson sisters. That's what I wanted. That's what we got. Now, at the very end of the film, we see where the new coven, they're kind of just happy going along. They're walking like Sanderson sisters, and then you see a bird who was the mother witch in the beginning of the film, pretty much going after them, just flying over them. So more than likely, that does indicate possibly for a third film. It also for another third film that there was a black cat that Gilbert had that goes against another Black Flame candle number 2 at the end of the credits. So there is a possibility there could be another Black Flame candle that is going to be activated in another movie or something of that nature. So again, we don't really necessarily know what's going to happen, if there's going to be a third film or not. Honestly, if there is, I want it to make sense. And if there will be, I think I may do a theory on what could possibly happen. I would like to see not only all of them return, but at the same time, I want to see Allison, Danny, and Max return to take on the witches one final time, and the Mother Witch really kind of influence Becca and Izzy and Cassie to become bad witches in a way. I want her to use them, and then the Sanderson sisters get jealous and they want to prove, hey, we're still your top witches, And I really want that. Now, it was also different between the devil, gave her the book, which was a lie. I think they kind of just messed around with it, as well as also what the locals said, and also what happened to who originally owned the house. We know it was Allison's family that originally owned the house. That was not even brought up. So there was a lot of things in here that was not answered, but at the same time, it makes you wonder what exactly happened. But overall, like I said, it was a good film. I'm looking forward to seeing if there will be a third film. I'm going to look to see about reviews as well, but again, everyone has their own opinion. Some people will like it, some people will hate it, some people will love it. Honestly, I love it. I think it's a great addition to the Hocus Pocus franchise, to the Hocus Pocus world of Hocus Pocus, and I don't know, but let me know what you guys think. Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Was it good? Was it bad? Please let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories about it down in the comments down below if you guys are enjoying this. Happy October 1st, obviously. I'm recording this on the night of September 30th. You're going to be seeing this on October 1st. So again, countdown to Halloween is upon us very soon. So happy October. Happy October Eve to you guys. Halloween's coming very soon. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you as always on the next one.